Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're going to show you how to make the walking grasshopper toy. Let's get into it. I started by using my Boydston Grove template to trace the pieces onto some 1/4-inch plywood because I wanted to make a template that I could keep in the shop. You can get your own copy of this template by hitting the link below and visiting our website. Once the template was complete, I traced the main body onto a scrap piece of 2x4. The jigsaw would have probably been a lot quicker to cut out this body, but my jigsaw has quite a bit of deflection when I'm cutting thicker pieces of wood, so I went with the bandsaw and just took my time. Once I had the body cut out, I drilled the holes that I had marked and then moved to sanding, making sure to knock down all the hard corners. For the legs and wheels of the toy, I used some cut-off scraps of some pre-sanded select pine from another project. It's really important that the back wheels and the larger set of legs are the same width so the toy doesn't get bound up. So I resawed the boards to all be 1/2 inch wide. I cut the leg pieces to length on the bandsaw and shaped them on the bench sander. I cut my wheels out with a 2 1/8 inch hole saw bit, and after the fact I remembered I needed to drill the centers out to 1/2 inch. The size of the wheels for this project is actually pretty important. If they're too big or too small, they'll interfere with the way the legs work on this toy. I made it difficult on myself by re-drilling them to 1/2 inch for a 1/2 inch dowel that I wanted to use, but I could have just gone the easy route and used the hole that was already made by the center bit of my hole saw and got a dowel that size. You can make yours whatever size you want to fit whatever dowels you have around. If you don't want to go through the trouble of making your own wheels, they are readily available on Amazon. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description below. I used some washers to get the right length of the 1/2 inch dowels for the axles. Oops, I almost forgot to add the holes for the pins on the 2 rear wheels. I cut a piece of a larger dowel and drilled a hole through it to be used as a handle to pull the toy with. Once everything had a final sand, I painted the body of the grasshopper and sprayed everything with a couple coats of polyurethane. I used pre-made pins that I ordered from Amazon to attach the legs. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. If you find that the dowels or pins are not moving smoothly, you may need to remount the holes using a drill bit or a file. To help the toy operate a little smoother, I added some wax to the pins on the joints that are going to be moving.
Smooth.
Grasshopper!
Grasshopper, orthopterous insect.
I drilled 2 small holes at the top of the head of the grasshopper. This is where I'm going to stick some pipe cleaners, aka fuzzy sticks with some bells to act as antennae for our toy.
Antenna, check.
Googly eyes?
I think I remember those eyes.
The toys are alive!
Alright, our grasshopper pull toy is finished, and I did run into a little bit of a complication. If you notice, there is some black stuff on these rear wheels. That is because the wooden wheels that I made would not get traction on this countertop or the wood floors in our house or the tile in the kitchen. It works really good on carpet, and that's about it. So I happened to find these strips of rubber and I hot glued them onto the rear wheels, and now it works perfectly on every surface, even though it doesn't really look that good. If you wanted to try to make this for yourself, then I would suggest maybe trying strips of leather. That might have the same effect but look a little bit nicer. If you want to make this grasshopper toy, we offer the plans on our website, so make sure to hit the link below to download your copy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. We work on a new project every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you would like to see extra content, like sneak peeks at upcoming projects, then make sure to hit our link to our Patreon page. And we would love to hear what you thought of this project in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, be safe, and have a great day.